Alright, you guys, welcome back to AI Collectibles. So, what I have in front of you is the contents of the TMNT exclusive Loot Crate number 2. This is the series 2 of those loot crates. So, you get Armaggon, you get this pretty sweet Krang like stress ball, but he looks really neat. I like him. He'll probably sit on my desk for a while. You get a nice leatherhead pin from Turtles in Time. It has that kind of pixelated deco on it. Looks pretty great. Get those off to the side. And you also get some Turtles in Time cups. So they're not quite shot glasses because they're a little big. I mean, if you wanted to drink some whiskey in there, you could. So let's get these out and take a quick peek. Turn my brightness up a little bit. So you got Toka there, right? And Turtles in Time. And then you get Razar, right? From the video game, Turtles in Time. And they're nice little glasses, right? It's got the Turtles emblem on the bottom. Nice thick glass. Like, they'll be great for, some whiskey on the rocks. So, I'm a little disappointed we didn't get a t-shirt with this one, but, whatever. Beggars can't be choosy. I'm just glad it showed up. So, here is Armaggon. And he looks great. And I got a feeling I'm probably pronouncing that wrong because I'm an idiot, but bear with me. So what I'm going to do now is get this guy opened up and lay it out in front of you. So, stay tuned. Alright, so what we're going to do next is get Armaggon opened up here, and we'll go through what he comes with, and kind of the paint apps, and just my overall impressions of the figure. So stay tuned. Alright, so here's Armaggon outside of the package. And man, I have to say, my first impressions of this guy is I am pleasantly surprised and impressed. He is a chunky figure, and he looks fantastic. I'm not usually a big fan of like the pixelated paint art on these, but I think the sculpting is where it's at with this figure, and he just looks fantastic. And he's a chunky boy. I haven't had any serious issue with any of the articulation. Even popping like he comes with no accessories. He does come with 4 hands and his tail separately that you have to apply. But with a little bit of force, I pop that on no problem without heat. Usually with these stylized paint figures of NECA, like especially the Mirage ones, you have to add heat, usually a blow dryer, to some of the articulation to loosen up some of the paint, because it's just like a thicker kind of paint that they use for like this style and like the comic style figures, the Mirage ones, because of the thicker paint and paint lines. Sometimes it seeps into the joints and they're a little stiff, so I just add a little bit of heat. This guy I haven't had that issue with. Everything seems to move with a little bit of pressure, not too much. You don't want to push the joints. I would still suggest heating it up if you're worried about any joints, because you don't want to take any chances of damage, right? I myself have quite a few NECA figures and haven't had any breakage. And I very rarely use heat unless I get a joint that just feels like it's not it's not gonna give with a little bit of pressure, because I don't want to take a chance of damaging it, right? So let's take a closer look at his hands. So he comes with this open like grasping hand. He comes with a pointing hand, finger, right? Comes with this, just kind of like an open, like grasping hand. He doesn't come with any accessories to hold though, so. And then he comes with this open hand, like he's reaching for you or trying to choke somebody out. But again, the paint apps are nice. I like the dark gray across the board. So let's take a closer look at this beast. So he does have jaw articulation, which opens up nice and full. He doesn't have any head movement. He's got like a waist cut, not a cut, but like a ball joint just below the chest, but doesn't seem to have a waist cut. I can't tell because of the belt that's here, but it doesn't seem to move. Um, and the other thing I would caution is when you're moving, articulating the arms, be careful of these like rubber hoses because they seem sturdy enough, but you don't want to damage them or like possibly pull them out or snap them, right? But it's still the figure is able to move, right? Without little, with very little hindrance. And same thing with this articulation, right? It doesn't cause too much stress on it, but it still looks good, right? Like they left it loose enough where you could still use the articulation, but again, I'd be cautious pushing it too far. So, and yeah, like everything just seems to work really well. I haven't had any issues. And I like the contrast. I like the red dark fins and like the little bolts on his head. Same with his tail. Um, yeah, he's like the eyes and like how red the mouth is and the tongue and the gums. And then he has like these little shoulder missiles, right? They don't come out, I don't think. I think that's sculpted in there or painted in there, but still looks really fantastic, right? Like I am more than impressed with this guy, and honestly, I was probably looking the least forward to him. And being here in Canada, we didn't get our Loot Crate number 4 with Scrag and the Dark Turtle shipped yet, and the US didn't get this guy. We, as international buyers of the set, got this guy first. Mine came in on Friday, and it's now Sunday. So, I'm I was shocked when it arrived because we all kind of just assumed it was going to be Scrag and the Dark Turtle. Hopefully, we get it in time and it doesn't get canceled or they don't give us an option of another crate that doesn't interest me at all because the Dark Turtle was the one I was most interested in. But I like this guy and I wasn't expecting to. I like the paint apps. I like the articulation. I like the chunkiness and just the look of the figure. He looks fantastic. He looks mean. Yeah, he looks great. I really like him. I'm excited to have him in the collection now. It's been a nightmare dealing with this loot crate. It's been a long time for us to get our crates, right? But he's here and he arrived, and I like everything that came in the box. The only thing I was a little disappointed about is we didn't get a t-shirt this time. So I'm going to bring in some other turtle figures to do a comparison with. So here's the claw. This was from Loot Crate number 3. And then we got a Super 7 Raphael, right? Just for a size comparison, because like I said, he's a big chunky boy. So we'll get those out of the way. I also got a couple Marvel Legends and G.I. Joe Classifieds that are close by. So here's Kamakuro next to him. And then gonna be doing a review soon on this guy. He looks fantastic. I'm in love with this, and I wasn't expecting to either. But it's a retro carded War Machine, and also probably a fantastic figure. It might be one of my figures of the year, man. Coming up to the end, I'm pleasantly surprised with this guy. But anyways, the review isn't about these; it's about this guy. So that's for scale wise. I mean, overall, I'm impressed. I don't know what you're going to pay on the secondary market if you missed out on the crate for this. Like I said, it hasn't started shipping to US addresses yet. It's just international, which is wild, but I'm happy that I got it. I'm happy that I only need one more crate to get away from the loot crate drama. I mean, overall, I'm impressed with the figures on the whole. I mean, I think my least favorite is the claw one so far. Like Danny, yeah, his scale's off. He's smaller than he should be, but I'm still happy to have him because the the original Turtle movie is like one of my favorite movies as a kid, and I find it still really holds up. So it's nice to have a Danny in the collection, right? But regardless, I really dig what NECA's doing. I'm disappointed that they're picking poor people to partner out, like other companies to partner up with that aren't doing their company justice, man. Loot Crate is terrible. The new NFT bullshit through Walmart's a fucking nightmare. Excuse my language. I'm glad being in here in Canada that we haven't had to deal with that. The figures look cool, but I don't need them. And just it's been the NFT thing's been a total miss for NECA. partnering up with Walmart. Terrible decision. Um, NFTs, no fucking thanks. Get away from that shit. It's a dying thing. And I don't know why companies like NECA and Hasbro are pushing them now when the market for NFTs has fallen out. If you do any research, they've dropped like 80-90%. They're worth nothing. So, anyways, that's enough of my rant. This figure overall and the contents of the crate, I really like. I like the stylized pin. I think it's cool. I do like the glasses. And I also love the Krang, man. I love this. This is gonna sit on my desk, and I might bring it to work, and just have it there, right? I like that. I don't like to have too much stuff sitting around my desk at work in case it gets stolen, but this is one guy I'm definitely gonna be bringing into work, sitting on my desk, because it just looks cool. So yeah, great figure. I enjoy it. And I'm pleasantly surprised. So anyways, I'm going to stop ranting. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching my videos. Like and subscribe and hit those notification bells so you get notified when I put out new videos. Because I'm putting them out regularly, and I'm also live streaming on Friday evenings. So again, appreciate you guys. I'm out.